Mass adoption of Web3 technology is critical for the growth of blockchain in the future. Now, one of the reasons why we haven't seen this mass adoption just yet is that it is very difficult to understand, and there are a lot of businesses who are scared to get into it because they are not actually sure what the advantages of this technology are. The project that I'm going to be talking about today does sort of break those barriers down quite nicely, and that project is Morpheus Labs. So if that's something that you're interested in, make sure you're watching all the way to the end of the video. And of course, if you're not already a subscriber, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you know when another video goes live on the Crypto Grown channel. Let's jump straight in. So, talking about Morpheus Labs today, what they aim to do is make it a lot easier for businesses and individuals all over the world to get into the Web3 space. They have a lot of pre-developed SDKs and everything like that on their website, and what they call themselves is a blockchain platform as a service. So essentially you use the Morpheus Labs coin as payment for you hosting your technology and your D app. Now we are going to go through the website a little bit so you'll see what they are about. But basically, if we start here, you can see they say build and deploy Web3 solutions faster with end-to-end low-code platform, multi-chain and off-chain automation and AI-powered technology. Now that's pretty important there because what they're saying is on-chain and off-chain. So if businesses choose to just use the advantages of blockchain technology without having to deploy, a VeChain or a Morpheus Labs or Morpheus Network or anything like that, they just want the uses of blockchain technology within their business, they can still do that through using Morpheus Labs. And obviously everything is hosted on the Morpheus Labs site and their back end, that's why they call themselves a service, and then you pay in the Morpheus Labs token, of course giving massive utility to that token. So if we keep going down and having a look at the website, you can see that they have been working with some pretty well-known brands, Huawei being probably one of the biggest, AWS as well. They're part of the partner program for AWS, and of course, a lot of their stuff is hosted on the AWS side. So Morpheus Labs have what they call their seed program, and this is exactly where you see a lot of their technology and the SDKs and APIs being held. So there's a lot of things that you can do with what's held on the seed side. So Web3 intelligent automation workflows. So you can create workflows for your business using this blockchain technology. Low code stacks means it's very easy for developers to pick up and develop applications and so on, depending on what their use case would be. Multi-chain infrastructure openness. So of course, if you want to go on chain, of course you are able to work with like an Ethereum, a Solana, they've got Elrond as well, and of course they are still growing that network. Polkadot is probably one of the biggest ones as well that are on their network. And then the last one, Web3 solution templates. So you don't actually have to start from zero and from scratch. You can use these templates, build up what you need to build, and then deploy relatively easily as well. So they have a really nice idea around this, and I think adoption of Web3 can be accelerated with projects like this. The team themselves are from MIT, they're MIT graduates, they understand that there was a use case for this and a real need and pain points when it comes to blockchain, and they have developed something pretty special that I think has massive potential going forward, heading into the next bull run. These are just some mentions as well on their website, Huawei, Ant Group, JP Games being some of the biggest ones. And if we have a look and move on to the actual partners, you can see that it is a huge amount of variety as well. Like I said, you've got Polkadot, you've got Conflux, Huawei. If you keep going down, you can see that there are well-known names all the way through this, and they are still working with other partners that they haven't necessarily announced just yet. But another thing that I also wanted to point out is VeChain over here. So there's your interoperability, and that's the reason why they are able to work with different blockchains. The interoperability is vital. I have said it before on my channel that I think anything that is interoperable with great use case will see really good price action moving up into the bull run and all the way through it. We are going to talk about price in a second and where I think this coin can go, but I just wanted to point out some of the partners that they do have as well. A little bit about the team as well. We're moving on to that side of the website. You can see here they are here. Here are the graduates who have started the business. So they are docs, they are well known, which is something that is pretty positive for any blockchain project. You do know that one of the things that I look at for these projects is a solid team who understand what they are doing. And of course, I think that we have no doubt that this team is a solid team. They really understand what they are doing and they're passionate about this project, which means that they are going to be pushing all the way to make sure that this is a massive success. Having a look at their roadmap, it's not necessarily the best. It's probably one of the weaker parts of this project, but they do have things that they want to do. Great that the roadmap is actually updated and is pretty relevant. You can see 2023 dates here. So moving from 2022, they've had node infrastructure implemented. They've got a workflow tool that they have introduced this year. This right here is the API generator, which we are currently in Q2, which I think they have deployed. So we do have promises and their targets that they are meeting, which is something that is still very positive when it comes to any crypto project, that they are hitting their targets and they are delivering on what they promise. Moving into the rest of the year, we're going to see the low-code development tool, the third version of that being deployed. And of course, we've got the application marketplace and more APIs and SDKs coming forward. And of course, we have what is pretty cool here as a stimulation, testing, and monitoring tools that will be coming later on this year. So they are still building, and any project that is building well and effectively in a bear market will have a very good bull run. A few use cases around this and where these projects can be used. You can see here we've got metaverse, GameFi, e-commerce, NFTs, digital assets, and education. And that's just to name a few. I think they haven't really tapped into a lot of markets just yet, and I'm pretty sure that will be coming in the future. Having a look at the white paper, I just wanted to show where the utility and the use cases for this coin are. So obviously we have the platform, so you're going to subscribe to the platform, and depending on what your services you subscribe to, that's what you pay for. And again, you're going to be paying in the MITX token. Distributor licensing fee. So obviously if you are a distributor and a partner of the Morpheus Labs team, you will get paid in this token. Education distribution partners, so you stake to get exclusivity in their country or region, bulk pre-purchasing licensing at discounts for selling, and blockchain protocols, so stake to access exclusive features, sponsorship to access exclusive environments as well. So they really do have some solid use cases for this token. Moving on to price action for the coin, we are way down from all-time high. All-time high was around about 18 cents in the 2021 bull run, and I think we're going to blast way past that in the upcoming bull run. This chart pattern follows something very similar to what we saw throughout the crypto space. It did have a bit of a push in November 2021 over here, not really getting close to its previous all-time high. Not too much of a concern for me, the reason being not many projects actually saw new highs at this time. So I think that it's followed the normal trend of the rest of the crypto space. So there's no red flags for me over here. And I do think that we are in a space right now where you can be DCAing into this project and you will see pretty decent returns. And what I believe could possibly be 100x. Having a look at the market cap of the project, you can see it's only $6 million. So 100x from here would still have it under $1 billion, which is still pretty low for a lot of crypto projects. So I wouldn't say that we would see 1000x, but 100 plus is definitely possible moving into the bull run. I do have different price targets for this project, so I will be notifying my Patreons as we go along. If that is something that you're interested in, make sure you're checking the link out down below. There is definitely a tier for every single person out there. We are growing a fantastic community. Of course, if it's not for you, make sure you're also joining the free Telegram. Link is also in the description. Great community that we're building there on our Telegram page. We're talking about different crypto projects that we're interested in all the time, where we think the crypto market is going to go. So if that's something that you're interested in, we would love to have you as part of the Telegram community. Now, also just moving on to a few other tokenomics before we do wrap this video up. Circulating supply is sitting at pretty much 700 million, about 70% of the total supply. So we don't have to worry about a massive drop in the price when we have full dilution of the coin. It's not going to be a rug. I don't believe that this is a rug pull. I think this is a solid project with a really good team and a really, really, really good use case. Finally, going onto their socials, we can see that they don't have the biggest following, just over 30,000. That's not too bad, because that means that we can still get in before this project absolutely blows up. But the good thing is they are very, very active on their socials, continuously keeping everybody in their community up to date with what's going on, what's coming next. They have pretty regular AMAs as well. This is just one of their latest articles where you can go ahead and read up what's coming next. They are sort of focusing on AI as well. We have seen AI being a pretty big trend and topic in the crypto space. So it doesn't surprise me that they are focusing on that. I think AI can definitely have a major impact on this project. So it's definitely a positive thing for me. But really, they are active. I would like to see a little bit more marketing coming from this team. Probably would push the price up. Another thing that we will see coming in the future, and what will push the price up, is when we get more listings coming onto the project as well. Right now, the biggest exchange that they're on is KuCoin. They have partnered with KuCoin, but when we see the likes of Coinbase, of Binance, and so on starting to list this coin, we will see the price go up even more. So right now, we still do have big advantages where you can go ahead, pick this coin up cheap, and when the price goes, of course, you're going to be smiling. But that's everything that I'm going to be talking about in this video. Make sure to drop a comment down below if you already have Morpheus Labs, if you're going to be picking up more, what you think about this project, or if there are any projects out there similar to this that you would like me to be checking out. Make sure you're dropping a comment down below, hitting that like button, and of course subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.